Okay, welcome back to Lockdown Golf, day number 11. Now yesterday I know it was a long-winded video from me and there was a lot of detail in there, so we're going to break it down now. We're going to still look at the overhead deep squat, and for those of you who haven't seen the video before, there will be a little video coming up to the right here showing you exactly what that overhead deep squat is. So, you may have found yesterday that when you tried to do the overhead deep squat, your feet started to flare out a bit, or you were feeling like you were going to fall backwards every time you went down, or when you get down, you tend to go onto your toes. Now, if that's the case, chances are you have a restriction in your ankle joints. If you did it with your arms crossed and the same things happen, that reinforces the fact that there are problems in your lower body, because by crossing our arms across our chest, we take out the restriction in our shoulders and thoracic spine as something that is restricting your overhead deep squat. So, if you have got tightness in through your calf muscles, you will not be able to squat effectively because you'll either come up onto your toes or you'll feel like you're going to fall backwards. So some simple calf stretching is where it's at today. Now, if we do a test here to see whether your calf or your short calf muscle is quite tight, what we're needing to do is again use a club. And we're going to get down onto one knee here. And what I want you to make sure is you've got the butt end of the club here about a fist width, okay? A fist width in front of your toe with that club pointing straight up and down. Now from here, keeping my foot flat on the ground, I should be able to touch my knee on that club without my heel lifting off. So I wouldn't want to see that, okay? We want to see your foot stay flat on the ground and your knee touching. Now if you can't do that, you have restriction in dorsiflexion, as we call it, okay? In other words, tight calf muscles. So, if that's the case, then we need a decent stretch. Now, simple calf stretches to do, right? We've got two calf stretches we can do. One of them is what we call a short calf stretch, which is where we place ourselves in a bit of stride standing. Our back knee is then bent, and we've got most of our weight on our back leg, and that is now stretching my lower calf. Okay? It's a really good stretch to start to do. Holding these for normally 30 or 40 seconds is important, and you would do 2 or 3 reps of these each time. And then the other stretch would be a long calf stretch. So to do that, we keep our back knee straight, and then simply bend into our front knee, keeping our back heel down, and there we have a nice long calf stretch. So if you've got restriction in your overhead deep squat that you think is coming from your lower body, there's a couple of stretches to do to try and help release that calf. Alright, it's as simple as that. Others of you may find also you feel like you have some restriction in through your hips. Now if that's the case, go back to one of my previous videos on pelvic mobility or hip stretches, and I'll show you in that video some stretches for your hip flexors, your glute muscles and your hamstrings, and you can work away on those. Alright, so that's the video for today. We're looking at calf mobility in your overhead deep squat. Work away on that, and tomorrow we'll focus a bit more on the upper body and thoracic spine, again with the overhead deep squat. Stay safe out there, New Zealand, and we'll catch you again tomorrow. Cheers.